hard to mess up your own story when you lived it. And I'm gonna tell you right now, the story that I have for you is absolutely wild. But I'm gonna just go ahead and tell it like it is. At 12 years old, I was 255 pounds, 5'6". I was spit on, I was bullied, I had signs put on my back. They would play this game with me at lunchtime and go, hey, like 10 seconds, everybody's gonna run, so you gotta find this person. And I cover my eyes, and when I opened up my eyes, my friend was standing next to me. He was like, they got you. And I was like, what do you mean they got me? And he was like, look on your back. Took the sign off my back, and they said lard ass straight on my back. Not only that, but I got prank calls saying if I come to school the next day, I'm gonna get beat up. I've been told I'll never be anything in life. I've had sodas and Slurpees thrown at me. I've been sucker punched in the face, all because I was this fat kid who could never defend himself. So I held all of this anger inside. I held all of this pain inside. And only thing that I could think of at that time, my outlet, was wrestling, was playing video games. That's what made me happy. And from there on, I did nothing but continue to gain weight as I got older. And I peaked all the way up to 335 pounds. No discipline, no type of structure, no will, nothing. I used to kiss my food every day, kiss my road tacos. Oh, I love you, food. I used to bow down to my food. And my brother, my older brother Dorian, would just look in disgust and like, ugh, like why? Right? And I was like, I just love food. I was infatuated with food. But now when I look back, I turned that pain that I had, that I grew up with, and I use it to fuel my workouts, to look at the past and change my mentality, change my mindset, and say no more. I turn my pain and I use that pain for passion in order for me to get from where I was to where I want to be. And that's what I want to talk about more today. Ever since I was a little kid, I've always wanted to get into the wrestling business. So I finally broke in, and I was still at about 335 pounds. And I remember about 2 to 3 years in, after being laughed at for people saying like, who is this guy out here wearing sweats and a t-shirt to the ring? He ain't nobody. A promoter by the name of Rick Bassman told me, he said, Slim, if you want to level up, if you want to go to the next level in professional wrestling, they won't take you looking like that. And I was just big and sloppy and I had no clue, but I knew that I wanted to get to that next level in wrestling. So before I changed my body, I had to change my mentality. So I reached out to my brother Dorian, who was always familiar with weightlifting, bodybuilding, workouts, and he started to train me, took me under his wing, very mom and pop gym. And from there, all the workouts that I do today, I've learned from him. And as I continued in my first journey of weight loss, I met my now wife, who helped me with the nutrition side of things. And so with my brother's expertise, along with my wife's expertise, I ended up dropping 80 pounds in 1 year. And from there, doors started opening. Not only for the fact that I changed my mindset and my body, but also showed gratitude. I showed happiness. I was thankful for all the people who helped me along the way. And when those doors started opening, I busted right through them, because I remember from back in the day when Rick said, if you want to level up, if you want to get to the next level in wrestling, you have to change. They won't take you looking like that. And I'm so grateful. I'm so thankful for those who have literally helped me change my mentality and get to that next level. Once I conquered those goals in professional wrestling, I wrestled out in Japan, I wrestled out in Mexico, across many states in the United States. I conquered the goals that I wanted to back from when I was a kid. And when I realized that I conquered those goals, I could conquer anything now. I kept the weight off for 12 years. And once I retired from wrestling, I started to gain the weight back. Got up to about 308 pounds. Lost that discipline, and I was about to hit 40 years old. And I'll never forget, when I started to look around and I was working my day job, I said, something has to change. I'm about to be a father. I'm still a husband. This is about 8 to 9 years into our marriage. At 300 plus pounds, I realized I didn't want to be a fat father. I want to be a fit father, internally and externally. So when I found out that my wife and I were going to have our first child, that hit me to where I wanted to change that mentality once again and I was able to build muscle and burn fat simultaneously from April to November of 2019. From there, I've learned so much that I've been able to keep it off now. I feel more motivated at 43 than I did in my 30s and 20s. And when I look at my daughter now and she's saying, "Let's go run, Daddy," I'm able to do that because I've changed my mentality. I've changed my body once again. And now I don't want to look back and say, well, I wish I could have ran with my daughter, but I couldn't. I'm doing it now. I'm able to play now and not sit on the sideline or huff and puff because I know what it takes to change my body. And I'm so proud, not only for the fact that I get to do those things, but also get to look and just say, wow, like I was able to go through a journey. I was able to have setbacks. I was able to learn from my failures, from my mistakes, and overcome that. And when you go through those things, you just learn so much more about yourself. And that's what I appreciate more than anything. So why am I sharing my story? Because there's a million of me out there that are going through this same type of lifestyle. And I'm all about that lifestyle change. And I go by the motto, you can't make progress and excuses at the same time. That's what I did. I used to make excuses and try to make progress, but you can't do both. You have to pick one. And whichever one you pick, those results are gonna be there based on the one you chose. So when I share my story and I share my progress and my failures and my mistakes, I know that there's a lot of people out there just like me who want to change their life. So I'm here to let you know that I changed my life and I could change your life as well. So let's get it. Yeah, that.